Hello there, welcome to Team Fortress TV 2, and we've got a cracker of a game. It's a repeat of one of the ETF2L Prem qualifiers. It's Dogs versus Lego. I'm Sideshow, with me is Stark on the microphone. John's doing production for this one, and we're going to be watching to see whether Lego can continue their decent performance as they've been showing us in the Challengers Cup and overcome their potentially better favorited opponents. What would you say, Stark? What are your feelings about Lego versus Dogs?
I definitely feel like Lego should have this in the bag, and it's Lego's game to throw. But then, I don't know, they've thrown before, as we saw, versus Planet Express. Whatever that game was.
Yeah,
Wasn't a good one to watch.
Yeah, the Lego had a tough time in the Premiership qualifiers, and they actually lost to Dogs during that Prem qualifier. And then in the Challengers Cup, they just beasted everybody. They just easily strode their way through. They dispatched Top 5 Rocket. They took out various other people on the road to success. And I'd be surprised if they can't take Danger Dogs, but they did struggle with them before. The maps are Badlands and Snakewater. That doesn't really allow Dimul to get into it so much as Sniper.
Yeah, but I think the main sniper, like the main sniper in this game would be Siny, and it really matters for him to be able to snipe because he's not that great on the scout, as opposed to the scouts of Lego, who are far, far better than the scouts of Danger Dogs, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, I think the scouts of Danger Dogs are a real weak point for them. We'll quickly run through the rosters as they go to the first mid. On Danger Dogs, it's Skeej, Kratos on Dimmerman, the soldiers Zub and Calho, and Siny and Tonmas on Scout. For Lego, we have Dr. Phil with the medic Condom, the soldiers Josh and Dimul, and the scouts Sorix and Eisen, and they're on their way to the first mid. I'm going to be watching Calho here as he comes up, but it's actually Dimul getting pressured straight away off the bat, and he was so far away on the enemy train without any pressure from the rest of his team, and he just got dealt with so easily there. Calho jumps in, takes a lot of pressure off his team, gets all the position, and now they're able to try and take this through. Actually, they look like they really want to be aggressive with it, but Lego battered them back through the choke point, and we're just going to see an Uber v Uber at choke, I think.
Yeah, really disconnected from Lego on that mid. Dimul kind of bombs in, gets completely denied because he was completely he wasn't backed up whatsoever. Just gets dropped, and then his team's just stuck in choke. And actually, it's an aggressive Uber out from Lego. A bit surprising there, not what you'd expect. And it seems like a bit of an equal trade. But Zub is all the way in, gets shut down, but does a lot of damage in return.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the rest of his team didn't want to follow up on that a little bit, because they did have a better Uber charge, but Zub kind of got hung out to dry by the rest of Dogs.tf, and they're going to be holding onto their train now with the pocket down. Lego look like they want to move in. Calho has really done a lot of damage there to both of the soldiers, and they're missing a lot of brute force going forward. So they've taken so much damage through this choke point. At this point, I would be tempted to call it off from Lego, but they are just playing so aggressively, trying to get themselves in. Josh goes down, there goes Eisen, and the damage may have just come out all in favor of Dogs.tf here. Calho, the only player to have dropped from that team, and there's still little fights and skirmishes going on all around. Sorix on 1 HP does get picked off as Zub finds Condom as well. Disastrous for Lego.
Yeah, there's a reason why teams generally don't push from second to mid, and it's precisely that. The spawn is so close to the midpoint that Zub just flew in. He died in the Uber trade, respawned and came back and completely cleared up Lego all over train, and now Skeej is going to have a 100% Uber advantage pushing to last.
And oh, there we go. I was going to say, I have no idea why Tiny has chosen Sniper at this point, but quickly switched off before they'd walked out of the spawn doors, so that's perfectly fine. They've got the double scout to be able to push a last point. They're only up against a defensive Pyro, but that still might cause them a bit of trouble. Tonmas looks like he wants to lead this one forwards, potentially with Kratos on this top left-hand side, but a double scout Uber might actually catch more. With Dr. Phil's aggressive positioning, they need to focus Eisen down quickly. Kratos and Tonmas are doing absolutely nothing here to the Pyro of Eisen. Eisen able to completely stun that Uber. That's so poor from Dogs.tf. They needed to put down damage onto that Pyro and be able to get in, and it's a huge, huge Uber advantage to Condom here.
I don't really know why they tried a demo and scout Uber against the Pyro. I would have much preferred a soldier and scout Uber, or a double scout Uber. Anything other than a demo man versus a Pyro, pretty much. And they can, like, together bait out the Pyro's air blast and then focus him down. But obviously that Uber's was completely awful, and Condom's getting really low there. 40 HP does eventually pop with the Uber, and they're just going to be taking position with this, and they need time on the Spire.
They absolutely do. The Uber, oh, Josh just gets blasted away there. If Dr. Phil had been helping him lock out the choke point, they would have been able to pick up that Spire and be in a very good position just to hold on to the choke, be able to force Skeej as he came in, but as it happened, he jumped onto the point trying to prioritize the cap time, and now they've given up so much ground that they didn't need to concede, and they're stuck out in a terrible position. Look at Zoob in behind them, should be able to pick up everybody here. Found Sorex, finds Condom as well. Eisen and Dr. Phil, the only ones left alive and stuck out in the most terrible position. Dreadful from Lego there on that push out, and Danger Dogs take full advantage of that fact. 1-0 to them already.
Yeah, brilliant play from Zoob there, completely crushing Lego after the Uber, and won them that first round, sorry. As we go to the second mid, I want to see what Demul does, because last time he was completely hung out to dry on that mid.
Yeah, he went very aggressive over to the enemy train. This time he's going to be rolling out through house. We'll see who he picks as his target. Calho's already taken a ton of damage. Josh has worked well with his scouts there. Underneath, and in comes Demul, trying to get onto everybody in house. Does so much damage to Skeej there, only on 12 health. But he's just made so much room for the rest of his team as well. So even without picking up that frag, he has managed to essentially win Danger Dogs in the middle.
Yeah, that was lovely from Demul that time. I mean, he doesn't get the frag on Skeej, but just the amount of distraction it caused, just the entire team turned round and it was just Zoob left on his own in Valley. He gets shut down. He was actually connected to his team, and Skeej obviously hasn't been able to build because he's been alone, falling back to last. And if Lego push fast, they'll have the Uber advantage. It's only 10% and they're getting reflected by Pyro. It's a disastrous Uber.
They managed to get in, and Skeej on 99%. My TF2 has almost died there, but no, it's back, and Skeej managed to pop off his Uber. My heart was in my mouth there for the Danger Dogs medic, but he does manage to pop off that Uber charge. Hasn't managed to save either of his off classes, and in comes Josh. Picks off the heals. Kratos and Zoob, the only ones left alive. Sorex is in causing a bit of a ruckus, and these stickies here from Dr. Phil sure to pick off everybody else, and they've made that 1-1 quite handily off the back of a good mid-fight, so good reply there from Lego.
Yeah, I was so sure that Uber was going to do nothing. They Ubered 3 people in main into a Pyro. They got completely reflected and blasted around. Suddenly Josh flies through and gets 2 kills. Really impressive there. I don't know how he managed to do it. And then after the Uber, Skeej just had no one to heal, basically. There wasn't enough ammo to clean up the Lego players. And they just crush them with better heals after Skeej dies. And Demul pushes under Valley, hits Skeej for 100, and they've just backed off in the house.
Calho's counter bomb from the Roma doesn't really do much. He's underneath on 1 HP. They have found the frag onto the Demo Man, but Demul's going in trying to equalize that. He shot Kratos up way in the air, but actually trades for Tonmas and Zoob. Fantastic stuff, whether it was accidental or not there from Demul. And now Josh is coming down, the fully healed hammer from Lego, and it slams into Skeej's head. Down goes the medic from Danger Dogs, and they have a full Uber advantage to work with here. There's nobody in position at all from Danger Dogs to be able to make a play.
Sunny actually goes into forward spawn and changes to sniper, because they did actually get the mid, and this might catch Lego off guard. They are actually pushing through resupply though, I think. Are they?
They're looking like they want to move through house. Or potentially, yeah, Condom is actually pushing them all the way through Valley, so this is a bit of an odd push. Maybe they're hoping to find somebody in resup, maybe a cheap frag or something, but that pipe does a lot of damage there from Kratos. I was almost expecting Condom to use the Uber charge. He nearly dodges onto a sticky as well. That would have been disastrous for Lego. And Calho is waiting, perch, ready to pounce, and here he comes. He's in onto Condom. Condom's been blasted away, 9 health, but is going to be able to reconnect to everybody else. I think he either needs to chill out for a while and allow Skeej to get his Uber charge, or they needed to use in very, very early there. Condom has chosen to kind of sit back, regen a little bit, but they have given Skeej the Uber.
There was just one sticky in lobby and Condom just eats it and goes down to 10 HP again.
Goodness me, the guy
really
is
close one.
He's dicing with death. He uses the Uber charge in now, top left. Skeej has it, pops it off onto Tonmas and Kratos. They're going to be able to trade on this top right hand side, and nobody else is really in position to do anything from Lego. Demul's going to harass the bottom left hand side area though, and nobody's really covering it apart from Tonmas. Does manage to find that frag. Calho too weak to contest, and now everybody from Danger Dogs has to flood over to that left hand side, but unfortunately that's exactly where Lego decided to push in as well, so it works out fine for them. Scrappy fights all over the place here, but the Lego player is just able to contest the point as soon as Kratos fell. They were just playing for that Demo Man frag, and Badlands last so easy. The point caps so quickly as soon as you have the demo down.
Yeah, Eyes on rushing in and finishing off that Demo Man. That was really what won him the round there. No stickies on the point. There's nothing that Danger Dogs can actually do when the stickies aren't there to deny the point. And Dr. Phil's actually rolled out window again. I really want to see what Demon's doing, because he's doing so much work on these mids, and he slams that scout in the face. But he's found an opening. He's distracting so much, and look, the Lego players are just going to push over the point. But no, they're just content to sit on their own train, and they find the frags anyway.
Yeah, they got distracted there by the bomb-in from Zoo, but it doesn't matter because the DM just comes out way on top from Lego. They're just smashing people with the, like a crazy pipe comes out from Dr. Phil. The scouts are so much superior, so much more superior for Lego there, and everyone just gets bullied back. Skeej does stay alive, but they pick up the mid quite handily. There was a moment of weakness though. Danger Dogs could definitely have taken that, but the bomb-in from Zoob wasn't quite followed up on quick enough perhaps, and in the end Lego were just able to skill it.
Sorox just does his own thing, dies around Spire for some reason, dies on balcony, and now Lego are going to get forced off. But strangely enough, Skeej goes really aggressive and trades the Uber. I would have thought he would have tried to get out of that one, because he could have definitely got out of that situation with a 100% Uber advantage. And now Demul's behind.
Demul's stringing 3 people along behind him in upper lobby. They've actually given up now, apart from Calho, but they're still looking behind, and this is delaying the Danger Dogs so much when they had a pick or two, and Demul's just kind of still back. Actually, Calho and Tonmas forced to come back and try and get to him, but Demul is going to fall there eventually, and that gives Danger Dogs a bit of a pick to work with. They don't have the Uber yet for another 20 seconds, but we might see them make some kind of play to try and see if they can get another pick.
They're just... what are they doing there? Playing around Stonebridge? Are they thinking of pushing Valley? It's a strange play. I'm not really sure what they're thinking. Oh, they're going back to choke again.
Yeah, it looks like Siny's actually just switched off for the sniper. They're choosing the sniper to break these stalemates, which makes perfect sense. If I was Danger Dogs in their position, that's what I would be using almost every time. But also, you got to predict it if you're Lego, because you know that they've got the Siny sniper to work with, and he's so far back. Actually, what on earth is this? The positioning from Siny is just immensely far back, expecting, kind of baiting Lego in to push Josh so high up in the air. Actually, nobody manages to hit the air shot, and Dr. Phil picks up 2.
How did Kratos and Skeej die to that? I was just on the Siny cams watching him sit on balcony, and Condom actually does fall to Siny, so eventually the Siny sniper pays off, but way too late to make any effect.
He actually got a frag on Dr. Phil as well. He had a body shot onto Dr. Phil, his momentum in the air, and Dr. Phil craters as he was jumping towards him. But I dislike the so passive positioning from Siny when they're going to be trading Ubers at choke. It doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to trade Ubers at choke, you should have him forward, see if he can pick off people behind the Uber charge. And if you're playing with him all the way back on balcony, then you might as well sit back as well, bait people in around the choke point.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse Kratos and Skeej to both dying to Dr. Phil. I didn't see what happened, but I can only assume they overextended after the Ubers and got caught in.
Yeah, and now Lego have control of the 4th point. They have Spire, and they're looking like they want to be going towards last. We do have the team comms as well for Danger Dogs here, and they look like they want to prod into upper lobby. So we'll maybe wait until they commit to a push and see what they're thinking, because for now they're just going to be holding last, I think. Yeah, they have decided just to secure up their defenses on last, wait for the Lego push in. No defensive sniper, which is interesting. You'd think if they were running Siny, they would try and have him snipe from the top left-hand side or something like that, but instead he's really deep in bottom left. He's an absolute pick for anybody from Lego if they try and push him.
That was a little bit risky from Siny, but he does find his way out, and Josh coming in for the trade here, and it's a really early pot from Lego because of the stickies, and quite a late one from Dogs. So they need to really get out of there fast before Condom gets trapped. Oh, Condom, don't overextend. What are you doing? Stop walking in. But Kratos goes down to Josh. How did that happen? And now there's no demo on last for Danger Dogs. They really should lose this last.
Such a bad overextension from Kratos. Decides to play from Toxic for some reason, just so far out. Lego just going to jump on the point. There's nothing you can do there. If you're the rest of Danger Dogs, there's no way to defend that. You maybe put a soldier in the tube or something and try and put a lot of spam down, but really once the demo man's gone, you're completely gone, and Kratos has to value himself more as a pick there. He just played from Toxic for some reason, just completely in a little spam angle.
It's a classic Kratos mistake. He overextends a lot and pulls his entire team with him because he's such a vocal leader, and they get some and loses them that round. And Demol's playing quite passively again. I want to see if Lego actually follows up on his plays this time. In fact, he's not actually doing anything. He's just sitting in Valley, and Lego are trying to push across. And they're getting so much damage onto Danger Dogs here. All of Danger Dogs are so low, and they're just going to fall out. But Sorex has other ideas as he's chasing down the medic as hard as he can, and Skeej does get picked up.
Yeah, at this point they just need to get Condom out of there. That was a nice play from Lego, chasing forwards for the medic frag, but not chasing for even for Kratos, who was only on something like 14 health there. They don't chase for him just in case he hits a miracle pipe onto Condom and they end up having to use that overcharge or even drop it. So they're going to take control of mid. They should get an easy entry here. They have to worry about that sniper again, though. Perhaps they're going to go from Valley once again. They are, actually. Seems like this is a pre-coordinated, premeditated thing from Lego, and they found Siny. They find the pick this time as they push resub, so that's even better for them. Zoob almost gifts himself as well, but he is going to drop back with his medic Skeej, and they should just be able to push all the way to last, really. Sorex once again just going in for no reason, gifting himself as a frag and making it a 5v6 in the Ubers. It's so silly, honestly, but they should be able to come out on top either way because they've got a huge advantage here.
Sunny is aggressive on the top right, but it doesn't matter because Lego have chosen the other door to go through, and Condom's just sitting around on the floor waiting for someone to Uber, and they have found 2 frags, one onto Skeej, one onto Siny, so if they play this correctly, they should just use their heals as an advantage and just slowly kill the Danger Dogs players.
Izon manages to find the frag on Calho. There's a Pyro, Demo and Soldier left alive. That Pyro is so weak, but they're starting to get spawns now. They really need to play on the point, and these sacking players have not quite found anybody. Phil and Kratos trade on the last point.
Oh, Sonny, why? Why would he do that?
Sonic could have definitely played more aggressively in main there and just blocked him all completely.
It's not playing the scout how the scout should be played. Just sitting next to the point and looking at Demol as he approaches the point. Like, doesn't even try and deny him. He just stands next to the point. And Demol...
And it's 4-1. 4-1 already for Dr. Phil and his team here as they move forward onto the 6th mid. Demol's really been the playmaker so far, apart from the previous mid, but it's Zoob who's going aggressive this time, but Demol finds Skeej, and he's still in behind, causing a ruckus. They've actually lost a lot of other players, though, because although they did find the frag on that medic, it didn't really draw any eyes from Danger Dogs. They weren't distracted by it. He just got in, got the medic, and it was really clean, so perhaps the distraction actually more useful than the actual medic pick itself there. Danger Dogs just decided to barrel across the point and get the mid.
And Skeej has actually gone crits right now. And he will start building at the same time as Condom, so it's not that large a window of opportunity. And Izon's running sentry. Are they aware, do you think? Demol did go spy, so maybe he checked. Yeah, he is checking right now, and they will see it's crits. And I assume they'll get a sentry and a pyro, and there's nothing they're going to be able to do with this crits creek.
And that's a really nice play from Lego as well, to be wary of that. They've got double spy at the moment. What's going on?
They were both checking the crit screen for some reason. I think Demol was having some troubles.
Josh was checking the crit screen. Demon's just going for a spy play.
This guy's this enemy pyro.
What is he doing?
What is this play?
Is he trying to bait somebody in? Does he? I don't understand what's going on.
And the sentry goes down, and they don't have a pyro.
Oh,
but they've taken so long to use the crit screen. Condom has his Uber.
They're just going to play onto the point. The stickies get dead. Zoob's on it as well. They need to drop somebody onto that point. They do actually find the frag onto both of these soldiers. Should be able to crush everybody from this crit. Skeej weak. Tonmas the only player left alive, and he's surrounded by Lego.
Hello? Sorry, my internet died for a second. I can only assume that was a car crash of a push, though, because Skeej is dead.
Everybody wiped. Tonmas is the last one alive and has actually delayed people for long enough for Siny to maybe get in onto a back cap here. He's 1v1 versus Demol. There is a spawner of Sorex as well. There's no way he's getting this. And Demol and Sorex finish up that frag nicely. Skeej has moved back to the normal medigun now after that disastrous crits attempt. As you say, they just took way too long pushing it, even though Lego's defense wasn't as good as we previously thought.
Yeah, and now Lego are actually going to push this in because Siny's dead. And Danger Dogs are just going to give him the point, but I'm not really sure what Condom's doing, pushing through Valley. Strange decision, but it doesn't really matter. They take the mid, and they've got a 30% advantage to push through this Haunter area. And actually, Kratos is really far out of position. Josh doesn't decide to go after him, but now they know it should be safe from stickies.
Oh, both of the soldiers incredibly weak. Condom drops one of them actually. There goes Josh. They finally return frag and they've just caught everybody from Danger Dogs as well. Oh no, they've actually managed to lock that off. That was a nice play by Kratos, stopping everybody swarming in, but they still have lost their medic. There's a potential here for Danger Dogs to collapse onto them though. They know where everybody is from Lego. All they have to do is jump onto them. Kratos instead jumping onto the point, taking so much damage there from the sticky jump as well. Down to 7 health. The pipe finds Dr. Phil. I have no idea how that pipe found Dr. Phil, honestly, but everybody's so weak from Danger Dogs here. I don't like this decision to try and play onto the point. They should have just gone for the frags. They knew where everybody on Lego was and instead tried to cap it off.
Well, the important thing is they did find Condom in all of that.
Oh,
and
they
Demon's
did.
actually going for the back cap. Demon's going for the back cap, but there should be enough players to block him, and he will go down. But Skeej is in trash on his own, just firing arrows. And Sorix goes down. I have no idea how that situation happened, but that was a very strange fight, and Skeej does survive by the skin of his teeth.
Izon's in. Oh, nice pipe from Kratos. He predicted that one perfectly. Had his sticky there and everything. Izon was read like a book. And as Skeej moves up towards choke here, they have about a 30% advantage. Definitely enough to get in with. Dr. Phil's got stickies all over this train though. Tonmas just diddling around all over them. But somehow Dr. Phil messes up the debt. Not quite sure how that happened. Demul on Sniper as well. He's going to be taking pot shots from choke. No counter sniper from Tiny. So he's going to be having an attempt to pop off Skeej's Uber, but he doesn't have it for another 10 seconds. Lego can definitely put up a little bit further forward of a defense than this.
And they're going to push through a resupply, and Demul's got the perfect angle for this. So I assume Dogs are just going to slow it down. They really shouldn't push through his sightline. Yeah, they're going to push. They're going to go back to mid and rethink their push, because that was never going to go well.
Let's have a listen to their comms actually and see what they're thinking. Apparently nothing. Apparently they are thoughtless. They have no thoughts.
They're very concentrated. They're in the zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Not quite sure what's going on there. I think the bot might be broken in Mumble or something, but Danger Dogs are communicating via telepathy, as far as we know. They're trying to take this fight around the Spire as well. Zooms in onto Condom, but can't quite manage to find that frag, and they're just failing this push completely. They haven't found anybody, and in comes Demul onto the flank. He's going to try and find Skeej. What an air shot.
Beautiful
nice
shot
play
from Demul, shutting down Skeej immediately, and that's perfect from Lego. They absolutely shut down that Spire push.
Kratos is going to bomb in, attempt to hit pipes willy-nilly, but he's not going to be able to find anything there. He really telegraphed that push.
It's really unnecessary. Why is Zoob running the direct hit? Have they given up already?
There's 9 minutes left in the game. They absolutely shouldn't be. Maybe this is some strategy that they have. Zoob is running the direct hit, yeah. And they have Tiny on Sniper with Tonmas as well. They're all clumped up on this right-hand side. Unless Zoob hits some fantastic shots, they could well die to this. Uber coming in right about now. They need to deal with Tonmas. They have actually found that frag quite quickly. And Zoob is not going to be able to hit anything with that direct hit with the Uber coming in. Only 3 players left alive. They've already found the Demo Man frag, and that is looking like a very dominant beginning to this map. Or I say beginning to the map, a very dominant map for Lego so far. 5-1 the score already.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the important thing in that round was when Lego pushed out of their second and into mid, Kratos started incredibly late, and that completely stopped them being able to do a forward hold, and I think that definitely could have worked to help them defend the last point. And Skeej is actually running crits to mid.
Skeej trying to mix things up a little bit, see if his team can get the better end of it. They're going to be playing a little bit passive, but Sorix is in behind Skeej. Sorix and Eisen running rampant on this mid fight. Picked up 3 frags already, and Eisen trying to duel Tonmas in the house as well. It's going to find unwanted company in the form of Calho there. But Dr. Phil and Josh should be able to halt these. Nice shot from Josh. Takes out Calho there as he was bombing in for the medic. Great pocketing.
Did you see that pipe from Dr. Phil?
No.
It was a glorious 180 flick. Destroyed. I didn't see who it was. I think it might have been Tonmas. And Skeej is still running the Kritzkrieg. He knows there's only 7 minutes left to get 4 rounds. It's very tight, and Danger Dogs are going to fly in and try and do anything. The desperation play, and Kratos is going to get shut down on his own.
And Kratos there just got cratered into a pipe from Dr. Phil. That was a nice 1-2 combo, and it looks like they're going to... we saw a little hint to the comms there. John says he's fixed it. That's fantastic stuff, but I'm afraid there's no time here for Danger Dogs on this first map, because they have just been whitewashed there. That was a destructive first map. LEGO absolutely showing that they deserve the spot in Prem. They said actually that they deliberately lost the ETF2L Prem qualifier with Dogs so that they could have an easy game in Prem. Do you believe it now?
That's definitely true, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't just throw in that. No, they did it on purpose, you know?
Yeah, they definitely did it on purpose, you know? They meant to do that every time.
Yeah, I can only see this second map going one way with Kratos and Skeej both in the team. They're going to be tilting hard.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, they have a few people with very little experience on the team. Tonmas, Tiny really don't have much experience. I think the soldier combo is probably going to be quite a quiet one as well, with Zub and Calho, and then the Demoman and Medic, notorious for being a little bit angry if things don't quite go their way. You know, they can allow the emotion to get to them, so it's a ripe pot for stirring it all up.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It is indeed, yeah. That's the metaphor I was looking for. Let's have a look at the logs as well, if I can find them somewhere, and we'll see what went so disastrously wrong for Dogs that they managed to do last time.
Any predictions while I load up my browser?
I think I agree with you. I don't think there's any way that this map is going to be different. I think LEGO are actually better on Snakewater than they are on most other maps, so I think if anything it could be even more one-sided, with Dogs being a little on tilt and LEGO really feeling really having a boost of morale, and also being possibly on a better map. They'll really be feeling this.
I'm looking at the log right now, and Sorix going 16 for 15, managing. I don't know how he managed to die 15 times, but I think what really is important is Eisen going 19 for 8. Now, he didn't do that much damage, but he was just cleaning up frags. No, he didn't die too much. You know, he didn't overextend that much.
And that's
really
so
well
important.
played.
That's really important when you're paired up with Sorix, who, even though they were doing really well, and in fact, I think it's because they're doing really well. Sorix just has a tendency to, if they're going forwards, he'll go forwards and forwards and forwards and forwards and forwards, and just go so far ahead of his team. I feel like if you're in a losing situation or a stalemate situation, or it's a really back and forward game, then Sorix probably won't make as many silly plays, but when he feels like his team's in the driving seat, he overextends like crazy, and it's a credit to Izon that he's actually filling in the role that perhaps Sorix is not quite doing.
Yeah, it's not even like he was getting two juicy kills, you know, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get the frag clip and just storm into 4 players. It's just he gets 1 frag and dies. Like, he gets the single frag and says, well, I got 1 frag, that means I should die now.
Looking at the rest of the log as well, it seems like Kratos actually had a fairly decent game, but if you take a look at the heals as well that was dished out, he's taken a hefty chunk of the heals that Skeej is pumping out into him, but I think that's normally the way that Kratos plays as well. It's not unusual for Kratos to have better stats than the rest of his team. It's kind of the way he structures the game around himself, the way that the team plays and dishes out heals and stuff like that. But it has left the soldier combo lacking a little bit, and the scouts, just the inexperience really showing.
Yeah, I mean, Saini got a quarter of his kills on the 2 minutes he played sniper. I think that pretty much says everything.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 8 for 15, and they just can't seem to go head to head with. They're not doing the damage, and they're not doing the cleanup role that the LEGO scouts are managing to do. And even the LEGO scouts, really, some might point the finger at them and say they're not really the strongest pair in Prem. Izon is a player that people wouldn't normally peg before he was on this team for playing a stronger role in one of the mid to better teams in Prem, around the fifth place slot, something like that. So I think they've really stepped up to the plate, and I think it shows that Sani and Tonmas just aren't quite there yet.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. But I mean, Kratos top damaged in that last map, but I didn't really. All I saw him doing was mistakes. You know, I just saw him he'd take like every Uber pretty much, and I think that's where he got on the majority of his damage, because taking an Uber is basically adding free damage to your logs. But we are actually going live here, so take it away, Sideshow.
Yeah, this is our second map between dogs.tf and Lego. Lego managed to take the first map 6-1 on CP Badlands. We're off to Snakewater. This is our first mid-fight. Kratos is playing very aggressively over the point, takes a sticky for his troubles, but he's going to be trying to tag Sorex, maybe soften them up a little bit for the fight. Callow takes a huge air shot there and is forced to back off, actually catches a direct pipe as well. So they trade that one with eyes on and Josh. They manage to get position across the point here, Dogs, actually, and the pick on Dr. Phil is really going to open things up. This is a really nice mid here from Danger Dogs, actually, despite losing Calhoun very early on. They're going to be able to chase this one forwards a little bit. In comes Sorex. He really wants that frag onto the demo man. That's not too bad, actually. That's a decent trade to take, and what a meat shot at the end there to take down Siny. That's not bad. We're not going to criticize that one. You can overextend if you're going to get two crucial picks and slow down an Uber charge coming into last.
Yeah, absolutely slammed Siny that time, did Sorex. And now it should allow Lego to come in and contest this second. But Skeej looks like he really wants to take this one. He's caught out and he will get Ubered early. And Condom Ubering quite a lot later and didn't have to multi. And this should be one free frag, and I want to see if they're going to push this into mid.
Calho is taking a while to die there in the background, and in the meantime Danger Dogs have vamoosed all the way onto mid. But with those two soldiers down, they're lacking a lot of spam power. Lego should just be able to walk in, really. All they have to do is deal with the stickies. Condom manages to evade one of them, nearly walks into a direct pipe, but manages to just jump over the top of it. And they're going to be able to take control of this mid fight quite handily. Sorry, the mid, not the mid fight, that was a while ago. But they're moving into Saw Room now, and they're looking like they want to push this one, but still a few seconds away from the Uber charge, so they might have to slow things down a little.
I'm surprised the Dogs gave up that mid so easily. I mean, they were a soldier down, but they had their demo up in time. They could have, I don't know, they could have at least tried to defend it. It felt like they just gave up.
We'll see how they manage to defend this one. This could be an interesting time to go to the comms, actually, see how they're going to prepare as Lego push in.
I popped.
We are leaving right side now.
We multi for damage. As well.
I want to chase on the right. Medic is cut in.
I can't.
Medic is
Someone
dead.
is in window.
Medic is dead. It's fine.
Alright.
Demo is going.
Scout's window.
Scout is window probably.
Yeah.
What
Careful.
left?
Careful now.
Three things saw.
Push
Medic.
left. Push
I
left.
mean demo. Scout.
Soldier
soldier.
window. Close. Tech.
Sticks in
go
the choke.
Not everybody safe. Please.
I don't
Someone go right and everyone else.
I'm already right.
Let's start moving left, please. I don't have...
Their medic's still the. Yeah, their medic's spawn. Their medic's in exactly the same
mean,
position.
right.
as-
Demo is
Let's
watching
go.
traps.
Spam. Clear.
I can't see a trap yet. Sick is on the crate here.
jumping.
He's dead.
I'm dead.
They're aggressive.
200 on demo.
Scout's on me. I'm too weak. I'm back in choke. I
Get
died.
Scout's down.
It's too dead. We almost have it.
They're chasing. What's up?
Wait
Yeah.
for Uber now. Zupa's window.
Scout's
dropping.
there.
Nice. Let's go. Let's
Your
go.
health's
Let's go.
still
Let's
really
go.
bad.
Go into them. Go into them.
Yeah.
I'm flanking.
Call him
position.
Uber. Shit.
Fuck, I couldn't.
Stay in the Uber thing.
Oh,
There's no need to flank when you have Uber.
No need to flank when you have
dear.
Uber.
And now Skeej is just caught out arrowing. And surely he's going to go down here. Dr. Phil's not reloading anything. Actually, he does get out, but it doesn't matter too much because
they
there's
were
a huge
so
advantage
clumped
by
up.
Lego.
They were so clumped up on grass, like just before the Uber charge, taking vast amounts of damage from Lego, all trying to push through the same place.
Yeah.
Nobody making space, and then as soon as they pop the Uber charge off, Callow jumps too far forwards, and Tiny's nowhere near.
Tiny just rushes through kitchen.
Yeah,
Going
so
for the big flank so Skeej can solo himself in the Uber. But the
Yeah.
Uber gets forced off here, and Skeej fails to save Zoob. Sunny goes down, and this should be an easy last push for Lego.
yeah, that's a really nice, well played round from Lego. They were able to defend even though they lost the mid fight, and they'll be thinking about how the mid fight went and trying to modify it for this next rollout here. And we'll see whether they do any better, but even if they don't, Dogs.tf really need to work on pushing in between mid and second. They completely messed it up before.
Last mid, Dogs seem to just... They had 3 people on the height advantage and nothing was damaging them. It's up to Dr. Phil to try and knock them off that height advantage so the soldiers can jump. So I want to see Dr. Phil... See, actually, Demo, he's all the way behind. I don't think Danger Dogs... No, he's jumping in and Skeej is so dead. Skeej gets taken down and now it's all up to Lego to protect their medic.
They are actually streaming forwards, they're getting quite a nice amount of damage down onto the Lego players, and nobody's really connected with Condom. The heals aren't getting dished out very effectively. Everybody's getting spammed out here, and they should be able to take the point. But it doesn't look like they're committing anybody forwards to try and get onto Condom. I think that's probably the smart decision in this situation. They didn't really have very much health on anybody, and the Lego players were very clumped up, very ready to defend anybody who came in onto Condom. So they'll just get control of mid here, and it looks like Calho will be the one. Maybe they'll send a scout as well to try and force Condom, or maybe get behind as they push into mid. It looks like they're going to be putting their eggs in the tiny basket.
Yeah, it's Tiny. He's not in position to do anything though, and they're chasing so heavily onto grass, and Skeej is tagged, and Dr. Phil's actually going to die for this. He's so eager to get onto Skeej, and I don't think Skeej is going to die. It's really, really poor from Lego here. They're overextending really, really hard.
Sorik's really weak. Demol's already been picked off, and Skeej has 75% U, but they've still got that sniper back on balcony as well. And is a Lego actually moving forwards there? They look like they really want to prod from Saw. It's such an odd decision. Sorik's moving forwards, maybe just trying to scout it out and see where everybody is. But they're going to get caught by this Ubercharge unless they disappear quickly.
Sorix isn't scouting it out. He wants to go in at all times, no matter the cost. He wants to get some frags, and Demol bombs in, forces off the Uber. Well played by Demol, and Lego just need to get out here. But Josh is behind actually. Josh has somehow found his way into the enemy saw room.
Yeah, he was kind of there, jumped onto Catwalk, and I think they know that he was behind. They may have been distracted by the bomb from Demol, and they may have forgotten about him now as he comes in behind, actually. He's decided not to jump, though. He's just going to fire spam rockets. Poor decision, I think, but Lego are still going to be able to clean up most of these frags. They do give away Josh and Demol as picks there. Eisen as well does fall. There's potential for Danger Dogs to mop it up if they actually get into them. Great bomb by Zoob. Calhoun needs to finish things up here, but he may get cleaned up by Sorix. It's a 2v2 situation. The heal's not great here for Danger Dogs.
Oh my
wow.
god, from Sorix, the 180, he just destroys Siny, 180s and slams Tonmas. That was wonderful play. That's what he does best. I mean, you bang your head against a brick wall as many times as you can, eventually that brick's going to give, and you're going to get an amazing frag.
And that was just sick. He manages to take down half of the Danger Dogs team there as they flood in, and wins his team the mid-fight. Brilliant stuff.
And Lego should be able to take the second point. Although Skeej does have an advantage, and Danger Dogs, they're holding tightly onto this, but look at the cap time. Surely they're not going to be able to hold it, but Siny's actually on sniper, and I think they're going to think twice now.
Yeah, he managed to hit another headshot there onto Dr. Phil as well. And he's trying to pick off Condom. Condom's just jumping past the little sniper sideline. Oh, Sorix is all the way in behind. Is Sorix going to play this one smart and go for the back cap, or is he going to be a nutter and go for the frags? Oh, he's playing it smart. He's in on the back cap. He's going to be able to find that one. He can go all the way to last here if he plays this one correctly. Sorix, no, don't take the frag. Go to last. He may be able to get this one, but I think he's delayed himself, and Tonmas is going to be able to pick that one up with the help of Calho. So he did manage to find himself they get the frag on Skeej as well. Things going pretty well here for Lego, but they need to meet back up with Condom. Oh no, they're all over the place, disconnected.
Yeah, this is such a messy fight, and it's not going well for Lego. Skeej does get picked up, but Condom gets picked up so much later. Look, 10 seconds left on Condom, and Skeej is spawning just now. And Sorix is in, getting frags on the flank. He's back-upping again. I don't know what's going on right now. It's so messy. This is such a messy fight.
He may be able to take down Siny. Doesn't quite manage to find the frag on the sniper there. The SMG coming out on top. They do have a fair bit of cap time actually, but I don't think Danger Dogs are going to be away from this second point anyway. They have the sniper. They just need to set up, see if they can find a bit more of a pick before they... No, they are actually going for it. Looks like they're moving in through this saw. They want to push with this. They know that they have like a 10% advantage or something. Not really that much to push from, in my opinion. They're going to try it anyway, and the sniper from Demol is going to just bully everybody back. They don't want to take that fight anymore.
Yeah, it's a wise decision. I mean, they're only 1-0 down. There's 20 minutes left. I mean, in their minds, they're still going to be hurting from that 6-1 defeat. But they should be able to play this smartly and not put... Because pushing mid from second is so hard on this map. It's just not worth it on such a small advantage.
Tiny hits a headshot there onto Demol, peeking so aggressively from the saw, but doesn't find the frag because Demol was buffed. Tiny's got a full buff as well, and it's just going to continue peeking out, I think. But it's It's Demel who really wants to get himself into an aggressive position this time. Going to be peeking from the sword. Wow, nice headshot onto Zoob as they pop off the Uber charge. It is traded, and Josh finds the frag onto Siny. That should never really have happened. Skeej had the option to flash somebody else there with a much better Uber, but now they're 4v4. They do have a scout rather than a sniper though, so they may win if they just try and deathball up and take on Lego in a 4v4 fight. But I don't know whether they're really going to be able to get in from sword very easily. No, the frag on Tonmas, and now Danger Dog should just be getting out of there.
Yeah, this is, again, they're overextending. I mean, the fight goes badly for them. They decide, I know, we need this. Oh my god, Kratos with the double kill onto Dr. Phil and Demel. And now they're going to want to push this. They're pushing through Swordroom, and Josh is actually really close, and I think he's going to get taken down here, and yeah, he does. And Sorix does what Sorix does, runs in, somehow manages to find a frag onto Zoob. I don't know how that happened, but it was completely pointless in the end. And Dogs are going to take mid, and they should be able to roll this straight on to second, unless Demel makes a huge play on Sniper.
Demel's going to be looking for it as well. He's on balcony, he's taking a look. The bomb in from Kratos really doesn't go very far with that, and Calho's pressuring people back as well, trying to do a lot of damage. Izon's pretty weak, and Dr. Phil's so far out. I don't know what he was he expecting the Uber charge perhaps? Maybe an attempt to block second when the rest of his team just wanted to go back to last, but either way they've lost the Demoman for another 15 seconds, so they really need to slow down the push from Danger Dogs. If they decide to push now, they'll find no stickies on the point. It could be a good opportunity. They're taking so long, and Kratos gets headshot as the Uber charge popped on him. They need to find the trade, and they need to play the point.
Hey, Izon gets taken down on the point, and the frags are looking in. Actually, the frags are equal, and it's both soldiers bomb in for Danger Dogs, and they're absolutely crushing Lego now. The sync bomb from Zoob and Calho was lovely. They did so much damage onto the point, and then from then on it was easy pickings for the rest of the classes to just jump on that point and cap it off.
I'm very surprised Lego didn't rotate the Uber round to try and take the trade before Danger Dogs were able to get time on the point though. I'm surprised that Lego allowed them to just essentially take point control from them without the Uber charge being popped, but 1-1 the score. It looks like Danger Dogs might be getting a little better footing into this game than they had in the previous one. Josh may be the man to set off this mid-fight. Demel again making a bit of a play. Calho's in. Demel from the kitchen gonna get taken down as both of the roamers trade for each other. Josh has got position on top, trying to get the frag onto Skeej. Skeej on 20 health is gonna die, and Condom is still alive on 19 health. No, does get taken down by Zoob. Zoob and Siny causing havoc behind. The fights are happening all over the place here, very disconnected. Fights happening in 2s and 3s. Siny takes a 3v1, which was never going to work, and Danger Dogs in the end find themselves to be more spread out than Lego and just lose the little skirmishes happening all over.
At the end of that mid, Condom surfed up into the catwalk, into Sawroom. He seemed happy with his surf, and then just jumped straight into a soldier who was waiting for him.
Skeej, Skeej is on normal Uber charge here, but Condom is running crits, so they're going to have that slight crits advantage. Siny is running the sniper as well. I don't know why Lego are trying to get room here. They can just get this advantage, but they look like they thought they had an opportunity, but in my opinion they should have played it a little bit safe. Maybe they're just trying to bait Danger Dogs in. Maybe this is a perfect play. They're going to have that crit streak in 5 seconds, and Danger Dogs are just about going to be coming in through the doorway here. Dr. Phil's going to rotate around to the hill area. He's got the crits primed. He's gonna pop it off, surely. Here we go. Everyone from Danger Dogs is on the point, but he whiffs the sticky.
He's whiffing.
Oh no, that's so bad from Dr. Phil. That's so unfortunate. And the crits finds nobody. Everyone was set up perfectly there from Danger Dogs, and he just couldn't find a frag.
Yeah, I was waiting for the frag clip moment there, and it never came. And now Dogs are just gonna clean up these Lego frags without even having to use their Uber. And they're gonna. This could be. If Danger Dogs play their cards right, this could be a last push, like a successful last push.
Absolutely, they're going to have the Uber coming through. Sorix needs to be watched though. He's in onto Skeej. Doesn't actually find the frag whatsoever. Calho managing to lock him down in 2 crisp rockets. Josh has taken a little bit of damage as well. The fact that they're running a sniper might hinder them a little bit, but he should be able to get room for free on the left-hand side. I don't know why he's going on the right. Demel's going to have that one locked down, but here comes the Uber charge in from the bottom. They need to focus down the sentry. That goes down. Now they can play onto the point. Tonmas doing that one. Down goes Condom. Dr. Phil surely going to fall here, and this should be the point for Danger Dogs. Really nice, clean push from them.
Yeah, I didn't really like the defense on Lego's side. I mean, they had the sentry, but it was only level 1, and no one tried to push into lobby and get a few frags when the Uber came in. They were just kind of sat there. They didn't have defensive classes, and they didn't play aggressively either. It was just kind of, they sat around the point with their normal classes.
Fourth mid now, and Kratos and Dr. Phil going to be trading sticks across the point. Going to be taking a look at the soldiers, the ones normally making position. Tiny's taking a lot of damage. Calho jumps in, baits out a few rockets, and Zoob takes a bit of position on the shed area. Juggles Josh up a little bit there, but he's going to drop down fairly weak himself. 10 HP, finished off by Eisen, but Demo's gone down in the meantime. This is very back and forth so far. Neither team really has an advantage, and both teams nearly have the Uber charge. It's been a very slow mid. Tonmas may prove the tipping point here as he goes down, and Siny on 1 HP. This should give Lego the mid fight. Eisen's got down, and Condom's so weak. Calho may just find the rocket onto Condom. Oh no, that's so poor. They knew that Calho was up there. He finds Condom and Dr. Phil. It's quite a nice rocket by Josh. Oh, and they find Skeej as well. Who found Skeej? That was a key pick.
Yeah, Skeej died on grass there. He was with a scout who overextended with very little HP
He
and
must have
died
been on
and
like
left Skeej
95.
stranded.
He must have been on
I don't think he was
95 or more percent Uber.
I don't think he was actually healing that much. He didn't seem to be that close to Uber. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't quite see, but the way he was playing, it was a medic who didn't have like 99% because he was going in.
Yeah, Condom with the classic drop on that mid though to Calho, and they really should have known that he was there, and that's disastrous for Lego because they could have had a great Uber v Uber fight or even an Uber v non-Uber fight to be able to take into this second point. The time is kind of against them. They've still got quite a bit to work with. 13.5 minutes remaining. They can afford to take things a little slowly, see if they can work an angle here. What would your choice be if you're this mid to second Snakewater game against a sniper? How would you try and work the angles and push into second?
Condom's just baiting the angle on Siny. He keeps almost walking into it. I think they must know. They must have seen the dot. But look at Siny. Oh, he jumps past, but Josh actually body blocks the shot. Like, jumped in front of him like the bodyguard protecting the president.
And what do you do if you're Lego in this situation? How are you getting around this defensive second?
I'd probably just sack players, to be honest. I mean, even if the Uber does go well, you're just going to get shut down by the sniper. There's not a lot you can do. I mean, Demal's going to get taken down on the flank, maybe? Oh no, he gets the hell pack, gets out of there. I mean, I think they should just sack in Demal from the window. They only have one scout to defend, but actually they're going to drop out the window in Uber, and this is questionable. The Uber does get popped off by Danger Dogs, and Condom's just going to need to get out of there because their Uber's bad. And Josh is just going to get destroyed here on grass.
Lego really love this Uber from the window area. You see them do that quite a lot, but I really don't understand it. They're taking so much damage. If they just walked across grass, they could get in much easier for free. There's no risk of a sticky trap. There's no risk of them getting spammed as they come in through that tiny choke point, and they can maybe just try and bully their way in. What a pick from Sorex onto Skeej. Just runs in, barrels his way in. Skeej forced to whip out his... Oh my goodness. Demo still hopping around. He's still alive. Oh, there, he finally goes down.
People 6 HP, hops around choke, double equalizer his Siny and gets through choke and distracts them for so long. And Lego's HP is actually really bad here. I reckon they... Oh no, Dr. Phil does take down Kelho, so Danger Dogs are going to back away from that one. Smart decision there. And now Lego have a full Uber advantage. And please don't ruin it, Lego. I believe in you.
Well, Danger Dogs managed to tick off 2 minutes on the clock there with that Snake second defense. And the time remaining now is just about 11 minutes. Sorex dies to a sticky trap, the first one in for his team. Perhaps shouldn't have been, but he was just trying to make a little bit of space so that the Uber charge wasn't popped there. Condom is going to be able to make it in for free, so that's not too bad. They should be able to pick up the second as well, but there's a back cap going on, and everybody from Dogstop TF is going to try and block that one. Oh, Lego get it in the nick of time, and they're going to be moving it underneath with this Uber charge. There's still so many players behind them for Danger Dogs, actually. They're going to find last almost uncontested.
Yeah, that was really unnecessary for Danger Dogs. I mean, when you're sacrificing all your players to block second, just so you can get the mid back cap. If you don't get that back cap, you're just like, you've lost the round. And Snake Blast is so easy to hold, and they're one round up. Like, it was so unnecessary. And they're going to be kicking themselves when they rewatch this VOD.
It's such a crazy idea to back cap mid when you have an Uber disadvantage as well. It's an insane play, but it didn't work out for them. That time they have managed to make it 2-2 here. Lego, Tonmas just putting a little bit of early pressure up top. Demol manages to dive into kitchen, and Siny gets taken down almost instantly, playing a little too aggressively over there. Ison's going to take the 1v1 against Calho in that kitchen area, does come out on top, and everybody's falling here to a great flank from Demol.
Yeah, he did the exact same play as he did a couple of mids ago. He jumps into kitchen, goes behind choke, no one's even looking at him, just jumps in and two-shot skeej, and then he actually takes down, I think it was the pocket as well, just quickly flick round. He'd already been damaged, and Sunny's on sniper in lobby, but there's no angle for him. Surely he's just going to back out.
Let's have a listen to the Danger Dog comms now and see how they want to approach this. They don't want to go 3-2 down and start the tilt.
Just play on the left. They're coming top left.
You should be on the right though, Thomas, like to spread it. You should be
No,
above
stay
the
left.
post.
No, stay left with us. Stay left with us.
I'm
Need
not.
Thomas on left, take eating heal. So much better. Just switch to scout and come left. Come back in left. We
I
need
did.
help against the demo.
I'm down.
No
Scout,
scout
scout, do solid right side.
That.
I'm
But
surprised.
you have
need
to
to
split-
sticky
you have to-
I'm surprised they managed to get that last push when the Uber did absolutely nothing. All of Danger Dogs were just sitting inside the spawn, and Lego didn't get any cap time. But then as soon as they left both doors, they just lost loads of jewels and got destroyed.
Yeah, it was really strange. As soon as I think Danger Dogs really showed their inexperience there, because as soon as the Uber was over, even though the position from Lego was nowhere near the point, they still just all tried to come out of the door and just got smacked as they came out of the spawn door. The double sync bomb here from Zub and Calho is going to find one frag. Demol's been taken down as well. This should be great here for Danger Dogs if they play it correctly. Calho's in, still causing a distraction. He needs his team to follow up from it. Tonmas is going to find the frag, but he's staying too far forwards there. He's just throwing himself in as a pick, and now it's 3v3. He's given Lego an opportunity to get back into this. The Uber charge is popped there. Skeej uses his in return. It's a better one from Danger Dogs though, and they still should be able to take this mid fight, doing a lot of damage to Dr. Phil as well.
Yeah, Dr. Phil will actually get picked up by Kratos. I'm surprised. I thought he'd made it out of there. And Condom really needs to leave this, but they're staying in, and the spawners are going to be coming in from Danger Dogs. This is really risky from Lego, especially since they're a round up. But Danger Dogs are just giving them the space.
Yeah, I think Kratos took a lot of damage at the beginning there for some reason. His positioning was way too far forwards. He could have still applied the same pressure. Whilst he's always too far forwards. He's always way ahead of the rest of his team, just eating the heals, trying to pocket, and it doesn't work. He's really giving himself up as a pick and having to be pushed backwards, and then he doesn't have any position, isn't able to apply the same pressure he would normally be able to, and now he's gifted himself and Siny when the Ubers are up. Kratos is going to spawn and should be able to defend, but Lego just want to take this Uber trade as soon as possible.
And they're actually sending, what, 5 people through the right side? And then they get flanked. Of course, that's what happens when you send 5 people through the same door. And Calho comes in, takes down Dr. Phil, and Josh hits a lovely air shot that gets finished off anyway because he was far too low to take that fight. And now Danger Dogs is going to be pushing out of this last point, but they're taking their sweet time.
They are indeed. They're making their way through. Sorix is taking a 1v1 below actually, and has managed just to run behind. He's just going straight for last. He's just trying to times that.
Oh my god.
Is actually going to win the fight against Siny as well. Siny and Tonmas just seem outclassed in terms of DM here. Even though Sorix is making silly plays as well sometimes, he's just beasting them whenever he's just up against them 1v1.
And look, Danger Dog's overextending again in Saw Room. I think this is just poor communication. Gets finished off by Dr. Phil, and Demel's pushing through on Sniper, but Calho is right onto Condom. Does get finished off in the end. Condom was 50 HP there, quite close to it. Just one more rocket, one more click from Calho, and it's all over. But it's equal Ubers, and Lego are going to push into this top right.
They've lost one straight away, and another headshot onto Dr. Phil. They've got their own sniper on the field though, who takes down Zoom. Condom's the one trying to get cap time. Such a risky strategy, but Demel's hitting headshots left, right and centre, and really that's all you need. If you can get the frags on last, it doesn't matter how they happen. Siny's been taken down as well by Sorix there, and another headshot rings out. Demel's on fire, slamming people left, right and centre here. Skeej on the point is going to be the last one really alive. Trades with Josh, but Lego's starting to run away with this map perhaps. 5.5 minutes remaining, and Danger Dogs really need to rally themselves and get back into this if they want to make it 3-3 in terms of overall point distribution.
Yeah, that wasn't a good last push from Lego. That was just Demol going ham. I think he must have got 4 or 5 headshots then. He only got 2 frags, but the amount of damage he did really crushed Danger Dogs, and it was really easy for the rest of his team to finish off the frags. And 4-2, 5 minutes remaining. If Lego played this correctly, they shouldn't be able to win this map. No, they shouldn't be able to lose this map, sorry. But Condom goes down immediately, and Skeej knows he's experienced, I was going to say, won't die, but does peek out with very low HP, but doesn't manage to get finished off.
He peeked again with eyes on. He could have taken a meat shot and died there, but he's living life on the edge, is Skeej. And I think Sorex is surely going to get cleaned up here. There's no way he can just run in and meat shot the med. I mean, if anyone can, Sorex is probably your man, but he is going to get cleaned up by a nice rocket from Zoob. And they're going to take this Uber charge forwards here. Skeej has a full Uber, just kind of chilling in. I'm always puzzled when I watch Skeej. He plays medic quite strangely, but he's going to lead his team forwards. He likes to lead his team with the medigun like a leash, you know? It's like someone walking a dog. He pulls them forwards. He likes to jump in ahead of his team and pull the rest of them through a choke point.
The classic Loco play. And now he just needs to not drop to Demol and he should be fine. And he doesn't Uber through. These balls of steel, they Uber late. This should be a successful last push. They Ubered so late and all of Lego are all just bunched up in the corners.
Oh, they're going to be able to collapse on them. Here we go. Tiny and Tonmas commit to the point really deep there. Both of the soldiers able to come in, flank them, get the frags. And there was nobody else alive for Danger Dogs to really do the damage. They should have had their soldiers in positions to counter jump the Lego soldiers, but they just couldn't. And Zoob and Skeej, the only ones left alive from that last push, and they managed to back out. It was looking so good. They got all the cab time, but they just weren't prepared for Lego's collapse.
And you really got to be, like, as a main caller, if you're in the combo, you've got to get really angry at your team. When you get such a good Uber, you crush the players on the right, and your flank just can't deal with the left-hand side. And you just get absolutely collapsed on. And Zoob's actually going to find a frag on the flank and try and push behind, but he will get finished off, surely, by Ozone? No, this isn't looking too good from Lego. I mean, they've got players behind him. They've got to really focus on these 2 soldiers behind. They're causing a big distraction.
They're not looking in these directions. Condoms drop Dr. Phil here, and actually drops the Uber charge as well. Oh, Tonmas going ham there. He's going to actually pick up a 3rd onto Josh. Wow, he's just bossing people around. He's a little bit scared to take this fight against Sorex, actually. But he's just going to leave him behind. Ison's in onto Skeej. 84 health, but Tonmas again picking up another frag. Really proving his worth there, doing a great job.
I mean, you drop your demo to a scout. You can't then drop the Uber to the same scout just afterwards. That's such poor play. You see your demo die. It's not a surprise, but the Uber comes in from Danger Dogs, and there's 3-4 frags make that for the Danger Dogs team, and this should be an easy push.
Kratos goes down. There goes Condom as well, though it's 3v3 here, and Lego don't have the heals, but they do have all the fragging classes. Callo's coming in doing a very decent job, but nobody else is picking up frags here, and Skeej is just going to get pistoled down by Izon. It looked like it was in the bag, but Lego again coming out on top in this defense. And there's 1 minute 45 seconds remaining. There's literally 45 seconds, 40 now, for Danger Dogs to take this round. Otherwise, there's no chance of them getting any points out of this fixture.
And Sorex is oh my god, he gets Kratos. That's unbelievable, he gets that frag, and he's still going. 70 HP, no problem, just charging into the enemy team.
And he's still just kind of bopping around. He's harassing people from behind, trying to take the fight against Calho, who's a buffed soldier in that position. They know that they have to go forwards, though. Tonmas is trying to play it cleverly. He knows that he has to get onto the point there if they've got any chance of making this happen. But as the time ticks away here, it's looking more and more inevitable. Lego have managed to take both of the maps from this fixture. Tiny with the headshot, but it's not going to matter. Another one onto Dr. Phil there. What is going on? They're managing to rally themselves just at the end, but I don't think there's enough time. Even if they manage to get the cap now, instantaneously, I don't think 50 seconds is literally long enough for them to take the final round. And Izon's going to put up a bit of a defense. 45 seconds. This can't be done here from Danger Dogs. Even if they manage to pick up the round and make it more respectable, it is just going to end up as a 4-3. No, the defense from Dr. Phil and Dimmu.
But Callo comes in, he's going to back up all Dimmu taunts. And 4-3. That was a bit of a closer one, but I don't know. I think the reason it was close wasn't because the Danger Dogs were playing well. It felt like Lego were just throwing.
Yeah,
You know,
they really didn't feel like they were doing as well this map. I thought Snakewater would be a stronger map there for Lego, but maybe after beating them 6-1 on the first map, they weren't taking it. They weren't giving them as much respect. Maybe whiffing a few exchanges, but yeah, I agree that I don't think Dogs were playing it particularly well.
Especially with their last pushes, they were just so dreadful. They started so well, and then they got loads of frags, and then they got on the point so late, to the point where the players were spawning and coming back to kill them on the point. Really, really strange.
It was a bit of an odd situation there. The Danger Dogs' last pushes were sometimes truly awful for some of them, but I'm going to be taking a look at the log here of the games that we just saw, and as you see, the final score 4-3 again. Kratos is going to be topping the damage there, going for 20 for 14 as well, but yeah, topping the heals, and a lot of damage taken as well, second on that one, above his pocket. So he's just, I really don't understand the play. Like, he's putting himself in the position where he's tanking all of the damage, tanking all of the heals. He really can't do that, because as soon as you then take all the damage, you're not in a position to put pressure on the other team. You have to back off. You're not. You essentially allow the enemy team in for free, and all you've done is delay them for a few seconds, instead of, by putting out spam from a distance, you could have been delaying them for a long, long time and pop off Ubers, pick off frags, etc.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just don't think the playstyle is good now that the demo's been nerfed. I just don't think it's viable anymore. But he seems adamant that this is the way we're gonna play. We're gonna put all the Ubers onto me. I want to take all the heals and go aggressive, and sometimes I'll get picked off, but it doesn't matter.
And Sorek seems to have had more of an impact on that game than on the previous one as well. I think it goes back to what I said, that in an even game he's able to get behind, make it messy, get the frags, and help his team out in certain situations. I mean, he did have some brainless plays as well, but I think on Snakewater he was certainly getting into it a lot more, causing chaos in the ranks of Danger Dogs and really taking frags wherever he can.
Thomas played quite a good game. Like, before, he didn't really do anything last map, but this map he definitely had much more impact. Made a few nice plays, and ended up with better stats than Sorex, even though he did get more heals.
Yeah, it was really nice play from Thomas. To be fair, I think the pocket scouting really helped him out in a lot of those engagements as well. Calho and Zub got into the game a little bit more than previously, but again, it really was just really sloppy from all of their team. They don't seem to have a plan going into these fights. They're playing a version of TF2 that's very awkward and odd.
Yeah, they definitely didn't feel like a team. It felt like kind of a jumble of players, and when the fights got messy, it seemed that was when Lego thrived and they could really use their better DM to their advantage and just win out these crazy fights where there are people everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit odd. Perhaps we should go and grab somebody from their team. Maybe we can just drag Kratos in here, or maybe Skeej or somebody, and have a good old discussion with them. I'd love to grab somebody from the old Lego team as well, but I don't think they're hanging around. They don't like their voices to be heard. They're just trolling in the Twitch chat at the moment, I think. So I'm going to just drag Skeej in here. Kaboom. Hey, Skeej.
Oh, hold on. Hello.
Hi,
Hey.
Skeej.
Hey, what's up?
How the devil are you? You've been dragged in here for an interview, an impromptu interview, if you don't mind.
You were lucky I was still on my keyboard.
So how are the games going? How's the team going?
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You just taking the silence. You have the right to remain silent, Skeej.
I will neither confirm nor deny anything.
You complete fifth. So what about that game? It seemed like you were getting more into it on Snakewater.
Yeah, I guess we started off not well today on the warm up, and well, first map sucked, but thank God, like our team members are like really calm, and that's what causes the passiveness as well. What's the problem? But you probably already got into that. But so everybody did get to regain themselves, and we all agreed to just reset our minds and try again, and it worked. But yeah, I just caught a bit of the cast, and you were saying like when we're playing it looks like we have no plan, and that's exactly what I was saying after the first map.
So how do you feel that you're going to combat this issue of having no plan? Are you going to be doing team talks, map talks, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. Well, this is my opinion. I'm not the leader of the team, but you know, Kratos is the main caller. But I was really angry after the first map, and I said, like, if you're not gonna main call like more rigidly, then I'm just gonna main call, because otherwise I don't want to play. But it wasn't like that. Like yeah, I don't know what to say. Like we need more a team coordination, like in general direction. Sometimes it's silent. I don't know if it's like, I haven't played with Kratos on main call enough to say something like something definite about it. I think we just had a bad day.
Do you think that your style of like a really pockety demo, then demos taking all the Ubers and all the heals, do you think that's kind of dated and won't work anymore? Because that's definitely how I feel.
Yeah, I'd rather take scouts more often, and well, I don't care really who takes the Uber, but there has to be a general consensus. And a lot of times, like Zub and Kratos, they didn't like they should you know, be more in agreement of who takes the Ubers, because sometimes I'm forced to split where I shouldn't have, should be forced. And a lot of the Ubers are not aggressive enough, I think. Like it's like half aggression, and you need to be all in sometimes.
Yeah, it definitely felt that way when you pushed last. The Uber went so well, and I was watching from the Uber's perspective, like, oh, there should be an easy last push, and then you get absolutely crushed on the flank because your flank's just kind of, I don't know, they don't seem to be going in at the same time. They just seem to be waiting in the wings, and they get crushed.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, that's yeah. I can't recall the amount of times, or I can't count the amount of times I've told my team that our Uber is way better, and I'm like, okay, easy. I'm like positioning myself in a committed way because we're gonna win the fight, and then we don't. And I'm like, what happened?
So what do you feel about the new talent on your team? How are they getting in?
Sorry, how do I feel
about the new talent on your team? The people who are less experienced in terms of Premiership play. How are they fitting into the team?
Well, I don't know people's history exactly. Like, I guess Thomas has played quite a lot in like sub top level, because that's how he comes across to me. He might still have stuff to learn, but yeah, he has a lot of good insights. And Saini is a smart guy. He knows how to play, but he has a lot to learn as well. I think you can notice that. But yeah, we took that risk when, or Kratos did, because I had nothing to do with the recruitment.
Is this then a developmental stage for your team? Are you expecting to improve throughout the season? Where are you anticipating or hoping to finish?
Yeah, well, we have to. I don't think currently it's about where we finish. It's about trying to find this synergy between players, because that's like currently everyone has a different idea on how to play the game, and we need more of a strict way to play that everybody agrees on.
Pretty interesting. We'll see how you face up on later games then. As for week 1, LEGO have managed to take the full 6 points from their fixture against Danger Dogs on Badlands and Snakewater. There are games going on. I think the Epsilon game is still going on TFTV 1 if you want to tune into that one. TLR has been playing against Animate as well, so you guys can catch out that. I won't spoil anything for you in terms of how those matches have finished, but you can catch the VODs as well. So we'll take a break now on Team Fortress TV 2. We may be back on Team Fortress TV 2 or even Team Fortress TV 3 at some point, but the main channel will definitely be covering a lot of ETF2L action and ESEA action later on tonight as well, if you're a North American and up at those times. But for now, I've been Sideshow. With me has been Stark and John, and we'll catch you next time. Well, my name's X-Tine.